Signs, a movie released in 2002 from writer, producer, and director M. Night Shyamalan, about a farmer who has left the Catholic faith and discovers strange circles in his crops and eventually realizes that Earth is invaded by mysterious aliens and tries to keep his family safe. The film received mostly positive reviews and was a big hit when it came out, earning $400 million on its $72 million budget. It's ironically the type of film that may seem to fall apart the closer you look at some of the finer details, but is a thrilling ride overall, as well as a good emotional piece. M. Night Shyamalan really paid homage to the classic sci-fi B-movies from the 50s, which were mostly paranoia thrillers coming out mainly in the McCarthy era caused by the Second Red Scare. But Shyamalan's main intention with Signs was to take the everyman approach and see how civilian life would handle the uncertainty, mystery, and ultimately horror of alien life in one's own backyard. But at the heart of this film is not just a thrilling sci-fi horror film, nor is it a religious piece about a man who has lost his faith and regains it through events and circumstances that help him see the light again. At the heart is a story about defeating personal demons through the strength of family. Each of Graham's family members play a key role in defeating his feelings of doubt and disbelief, ultimately defeating his demons. Merrill is the strength. He brags about how strong he is, and he's seen to entertain the idea of joining the military. Morgan could represent Graham's faith itself. He's the one who believes heavily in the extraterrestrials, and one of his first lines in the film is,
"I think God did it."
Also, he has asthma, which could represent Graham's faith heavily strained. Bo is the angelic figure. She wears cute little angelic dresses, and Graham even tells the story of when she was born, saying the nurses called her an angel. She has prophetic dreams, and she's the one who lays the water around the house to defeat the alien intruder, thus revealing their weakness. Relating to the angel Gabriel, who is known to communicate God's messages through water, which were often prophecies of things to come, like telling Mary when she was near a water well that she would bear the child Jesus. As with most of Shyamalan's films, glass plays a major symbolic role. It can sometimes represent fragility, strength and resilience, transformation or rebirth. In the case of Signs, it represents Graham's personal demons. During the film, we often see the aliens through some sort of glass. The very opening shot of the film is of a pristine backyard, but after pulling back, the glass window makes it appear almost distorted for a second. Symbolism here being that what is supposed to be a warm, inviting image somehow feels cold and empty, like there's something off about it. The very next shot is a bedside family picture, also very symbolic as the film is showing us the theme of family, which is suddenly obscured by Graham jumping awake from a bad dream. Part of Graham's arc that people tend to overlook or don't notice is how distant he is with his kids and how he learns to be a father again. The next part kind of shows that. He goes out to check up on his kids, but then decides not to and dismisses it as just a weird feeling. It's only when he hears a distant scream that he decides to act like a father. When Graham is out inspecting the crop circles with Caroline, he tells her, "Please stop calling me father," ironically saying this during a moment when he remembers to be a father. When he sees why he couldn't hear his children, Morgan rejects any consolation his father tries to give him, feeling like his dad wasn't there when they needed him. In the next scene, Graham tries to talk to Bo about her mother. On the surface, this may seem like it's showing how they both really miss her, but I also kind of think it's showing that Bo still loves her father too and misses him as well in a way. Graham tries to make himself feel better by talking to his wife in his privacy, but it never works. Bo says it doesn't work for her either, which shows how alike she is to her father and how much she loves him. Graham thinks he still needs his wife, but what he really needs at this point is his whole family. They miss him and they need him. And then Graham looks up and sees the alien through the glass window, symbolic for his inner demons watching and stopping him from reconnecting with his emotions. When they all go to town and have pizza, they spot Ray Reddy getting in his truck. After he drives off, Graham is the only one to take a bite out of his food while the rest of them remain still, showing once again how out of touch he is with his emotions as well as his family. When they all come back, the baby monitor starts acting funny. They mention that the signal gets clearer the higher they hold it, but if you notice, it also gets clearer the more they are all connected, when they are all one. The stronger the connection they have, the stronger the ability to hear beyond. Then we have the crop scene at night. Now the reason this scene is so effective is because it illustrates what fear really is, the unknown. We as humans always fear what we cannot sense and therefore comprehend. In the crops, everything is obscured. You can barely see a few feet in front of you. The hissing of the crops as they blow in the wind sends chills down your spine. You can't see anything coming at you, and yet somehow there could be eyes watching you somewhere. When Graham drops the flashlight and it goes out, this overwhelming sense of defenselessness comes over you, and you can't shake the feeling that you're not alone. The next day, when Graham comes out of the shower, he checks the backyard through the window to look for his kids. But they're not there. Just the same empty playground that's meant to represent happiness and family, again showing how joyless and depressing the family has become. When he goes to Ray's house to see if he needs help, Ray apologizes for what he did to Graham and his family. Graham starts to get choked up, which is the first time we see him show some emotion regarding the whole situation. He forgives him, but he still has some demons to keep fighting about it. He confronts the alien in Ray's house. Symbolically, this could represent Graham's anger and bad feelings in a way, the monster locked inside the house of the man who took away his wife. If I may address one criticism this film has gotten, people have made the complaint that this is a species who apparently has traveled the universe through spaceships that have the ability to camouflage as well as they do, and yet somehow they seem to have trouble getting through barricaded pantry doors. Well, aside from the fact that we later see how untrue this is, since we later see the same alien at the end of the film, the way I look at it is this. When you see a space shuttle, do you assume the astronauts in it are the ones who built the shuttle itself, or do you think they are just explorers out to collect knowledge? When Graham discusses them with his brother and children, there's one shot where we see Graham on the staircase but his family on the couch, symbolic framing to show how separate he is from his family. Graham is in the foreground, while the rest appear almost at a far distance. When he suggests they all go to the lake, they turn him down, the biggest reason being that they are all still attached to the place where they lived with their mother, whereas Graham wants to leave because he still has not quite come to terms with his feelings on it, despite him saying it has nothing to do with it. After they've boarded up the house, Graham thinks they might not make it through the night, so he pretends to act like a father by having everyone make what they all want for dinner. However, when dinner time comes, he fails to do the more important thing. By him refusing to say a prayer, it comes to an emotional head for all of them. He tries hard to fight his own feelings, but they get the better of him. First anger, then sorrow. This is most likely the first time he's let his true feelings come out about how he feels from the death of his wife. And once he finally lets them out, his family immediately comes to embrace him, showing once again that what he really needs is the people who are still with him. And once they are all connected, the signal becomes clear once again. The aliens start to close in on the house. Symbolically, what this means is, since he's starting to reconnect with his emotions again, His inner demons are starting to close in on him as well, and threatening not just him, but his family. As he and Meryl finish boarding up the house, he starts to tell stories of when his kids were born. This isn't just to keep them calm in the face of fear, but also showing how much he cares about them and sees them as true miracles. He is truly becoming a father again. When they are all in the basement, there is one moment when the aliens are attempting to break in, but there is a slow motion shot where Graham starts to realize,
I'm not ready.
Meaning, I'm not ready to die. My family needs me, and I need to be with them. After Morgan gets attacked by one near the coal chute, he starts to have an asthma attack. Now, one of the reasons why this part is so important is because it has to do with a theme that is present in almost all of Shyamalan's films. Not just fear, but overcoming fear, confronting and defeating it.
The fear is feeding it. Believe it's going to pass. Believe it. Just wait. Don't be afraid.
Morgan grasps his father by the pants for dear life as he struggles for air. The others watch in desperation as Graham fights for his child. And then, Graham does something extraordinary. He performs a miracle himself. He saves his child's life, telling him, "Don't be afraid, we're the same," and holding him with all the love he has. He has truly become a father again. The next day, when Graham and Meryl wake up, Meryl has a bit of a confrontation with him, saying, "One thing I can't take is when my older brother, who is everything I want to be, starts losing faith in things. I saw your eyes last night. I don't want to ever see your eyes like that again. What this means is, I don't like to see you filled with so much hate. You are the embodiment of a good man to me. Keep being that man." When they go back up after they think it's all clear, they discover one last alien standing in their living room. We first see it in the reflection of the glass TV screen. Graham sees that it's the same one from Ray Reddy's house. It threatens Morgan with its poison gas and bears a camouflage image of Graham, symbolically representing Graham's inner demons threatening to destroy his faith and his family forever. After recalling the day he truly lost his faith, he takes a leap and chooses not to believe in coincidence anymore. He tells Meryl, the family's strength, to swing away, fight it, destroy his doubt for good. We once again see the alien through glass, and after it gets knocked down, the glass falls with it, in which its weakness is discovered, thanks to Bo. She has helped to cleanse Graham of his doubt, wash it away. When it's officially defeated, it's reflected in the shattered glass TV screen. Graham prays for his son to be brought back. Even when his other family members begin to doubt themselves, he pleads with everything he is, this time with love. And with one word,
Dad?
His faith is revived. We see it in slow motion because, as Shyamalan himself said, it gives us this rush of a miracle. We see the backyard one more time, only now the picture is complete. They are now a complete family again. The glass is shattered, representing inner demons and doubt now defeated. And the score music gives us this feeling of breathing with relief. Everything is okay now. Graham has his faith again, and his family is much happier than they used to be. What's up guys, J-Man here. What'd you guys think of this video? Whatever it is, don't be shy, leave a reply. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook, X, and please support me on Patreon. All links are down below in the description. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the J-Man. Keep looking deep.